All right, welcome back to Metropole TV Business AM. My name is Simba, Elijah Charles Kiage. We are at the tail end of the show this morning, but we're really going to tell you exactly what is trending in other sectors of the economy. Now, there looks to be a very specific concentration or a very specific focus of leveraging on technology for business in this century. And in this century, I'm talking about 2020 onwards. It's not like it's not being a concentration as well in just the just concluded century. It's going to be just the focus. Now, for any good business, therefore, to actually continue leveraging on technology, there have to be other businesses that are founded within that area to help businesses, therefore, achieve maximum results by just leveraging on technology. This morning, I am privileged to speak to one of those people who have founded businesses in this space, especially within the Kenyan economy, to try and help small businesses to actually use technology to achieve their results. We are happily joined by Collins Mesongo. He is the co-founder and CTO, Mesozi Group. I'm taking a pause because just before we start this conversation, I have to say I'm privileged this morning because I actually did go to the same high school, and this is my long-term friend, Collins Mesongo. Good morning, Collins.
Morning.
Good to see you, man.
Yeah.
All right. I just want us to start it from a very basic point, therefore. Okay. Even before I know what your group does, therefore. Why do companies need to actually think of technology first before you even start to thinking about how I'm going to make my profits and I'm going to run my business?
Yeah, that's mainly because, you know, as you've said, in this century,
yes,
technology is majorly seen as an enabler for businesses. So it's an enabler in many fronts, in the sense that technology can help you cut down your costs. It can actually help you access your customers faster.
Yes.
It can help you also to be able, you know, to do your accounting. So basically, technology is an enabler in all fronts that a business
yes
interacts with. Yes.
Okay. So after that, now you co-founded Mesozi Group.
Yeah.
So what do you do especially for businesses? Where do you come in the business chain?
Yeah, so we co-founded Mesozi Group, you know, on the same front that technology is an enabler to help businesses automate and optimize their processes.
Yes.
Yeah. So Mesozi basically would go to a business, look at what are your day-to-day processes, and how can you actually use technology that is an enabler to help you optimize those processes. So one, to increase efficiency,
yes,
two, to cut down costs, and generally to be competitive.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I know you've actually now seen how most businesses operate within the economy as well.
Yeah.
Have businesses, therefore, Mesongo, realized they need to actually leverage on technology for their day-to-day events?
I will say yes, you know, because when we started back in 2013,
yes,
you know, it's very few businesses actually understood the importance, most of the small businesses,
yes,
the importance of technology. But now the trend has changed, you know, a lot of businesses have shifted into using technology for marketing, technology, yes, for doing their finances, technology for even, you know, just how they manage their employees. So I think there has been a shift even locally in how businesses consume technology.
Yes.
All businesses are looking to improve, and you know, of course, with this, sometimes we have hard economic times. Anything that can cut down costs is welcome, and technology is one of those things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just before we get there, have you found yourself, therefore, sort of fighting culture? You know how businesses go in, I just want to go in with trusted people, make the least investment around my business and maximize on costs. Are you finding yourself educating this business just before you're actually able to crack the code with them and say, well, I think you need this?
Yeah. So, yeah, of course, you know, this being a new frontier in the market in a way,
yes,
you always have to fight with some beliefs and culture that businesses already have. And one of them has always been, most businesses always believe that, you know, technology is just this one big thing that can do everything.
Yes.
So if you go to a business and you're trying to provide a solution, most times you find they want the same solution to be able to do almost every process in their business. So we've always had to educate and tell them, you know, it's actually better for you to focus on automating a given section of your process first.
Yes.
And once you do that, then you can look for other solutions, or we can give you other solutions that can actually help you improve your other processes, rather than trying to do, everything centralized into one solution.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when it comes to actually now providing technology to these businesses, who do you specifically target?
So when you providing solution, of course, you target a number of key stakeholders
Yes.
in the business. And the success of any solution, I believe, is always to, get buy-in from all the key stakeholders. So what I mean by that is that, of course, you have to have a champion, for example, from management.
Yes.
If I'm to come into like Metropole as a company and implement a solution for you, we have to get buy-in from the top management to actually make sure that they are pushing for the success of the solution.
Yes.
The other thing is to get buy-in from the users, so the end users. So if it's going to be a system that probably be used by reporters, for example, to record things in the field, so you have to get buy-in from these users, because they're going to be the day-to-day users of the solution.
Yes.
If they don't buy into the solution, then the feedback that goes back to the management that's supposed to be the champion of the solution is that the solution is not working.
Pretty much,
It's
isn't it?
becoming an impediment.
Yes.
So then it goes back to what I started with, that technology is supposed to be an enabler. So at any point where technology is not an enabler, then that means it's an impediment.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's why you have to get buy-in from all the key stakeholders across.
Yes. So it's been 2013, it's been almost 7 years down the line since you actually launched your company. Are you faced with first studying these businesses first, or do you go in and you know that this is this business, they need ABCD, and then you go in and sort of do your own checks and tell them this is exactly what you need? Or have you classified the businesses within the Kenyan economy that you're targeting, and so you know exactly what they need, and pretty much when you walk through the door, you don't have this, I have this for you, it can help you do this?
Yeah, so I think we have both approaches.
Yes.
It depends on the business. So we have our business, we have what's called Mesozi Consulting,
Okay.
and then we have our own in-house solutions.
Okay.
So what that means is that for Mesozi Consulting, we will get approached by a client to actually come and tell us, we have this issue, and how can you guys, being, the technology champions or the people that actually understand technology, how can you help my business solve this problem
Yes.
using technology?
Yes.
So of course, in that case, then we go to the business, study what their processes are, talk to the users and find what the specific needs are, and then address the problem specifically for that business.
Yes.
Yeah, but we have a case now, like one of our products called MarketForce
Yes.
360, that helps, distributors and manufacturers of products to be able to actually have visibility of what their distribution channel looks like and who their sales agents are interacting with in the field.
Yes.
So in that case, we have already, predetermined the solution to an existing problem.
Right.
So then we go and approach those businesses and tell them, we know you have this problem, we have studied this market like this is the feedback we're getting, these are our customers that are currently using the solution, and these are advantages of using the solution. So you guys can come on board, and these are going to be the advantages that you get
Yes.
by using the solution.
I was just looking at World Bank report the other day on some of the biggest challenges that are facing the MSME sector in the country now. Other than funding, which we know is going to be one of the biggest one.
Yeah.
They said it's the speed at which technology
Changes.
increases and changes around it.
Yeah.
So since 2013 to date, have you found that challenge where, yes, they'll tell you we have this, but in reality, you guys have something better that could work way better than what they already have?
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely. And as you know, one of the things being a technology provider is that you have to stay on the cutting edge
Yes.
of technology, because sometimes technology becomes obsolete very fast. So yeah, of course, we've found times when we're in the process of implementing a solution, and then things change so fast, and we're already implementing the second version of that solution before we even finish implementing the
Yes.
initial version.
Yes. Talk to me about your, I would say, your penetration curve.
Yeah.
There's also this blame that small businesses will not really want to take up technology. So since 2013 to date, especially when you've been pushing these technology solutions to the businesses, have you found that bigger companies are able to actually take in it fast enough than way smaller businesses, which we call the MSME category?
I don't think that belief is true,
Yes.
first of all,
Yes.
because I think what I have seen in the market is that now people are appreciating technology more. And for SMEs, the thing that's normally a barrier is normally the cost. So even as technology providers, we've come with innovative ways of being able, to reduce the initial cost of acquisition for technology to allow MSMEs to actually get these solutions.
Yes.
Yeah, to be able to grow their businesses faster. Because one thing you get is that, for large enterprises and corporates, most of the times you find that they already have legacy systems that they're already using.
Yes.
So unless it's a very disruptive product, it's actually more difficult to penetrate there than in SMEs. Because most SMEs are just starting out, they probably haven't automated any of their processes, and they're actively looking for solutions. But then the barrier is normally
yes.
cost.
Yes.
And sometimes, of course, the lack of knowledge about what solutions
About
are out
this
there.
product,
Yeah,
isn't
so
it?
if
Yes.
you're able to bridge that gap and bring down the cost, so normally for like our case, we provide solutions on a subscription model. So the business doesn't have to take any initial cost, into acquiring the technology until they're already using the solution.
Yes.
So, yeah, so that helps more SMEs to actually get into.
And we would actually say that this subscription model is exactly what is working within our economy.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. There's also been this plan, and I want to throw it to you this morning, is that you technology providers have not really classified who a small entrepreneur is. Now, we're told that the biggest chunk of our economy is held by small entrepreneurs. But then there's this section where they're saying, well, but when it comes to an SME in the country,
Yeah.
we've not really found technology solution for them. I'm talking about somebody who's selling shoes by the roadside, the mamambogas of our economy, that those are the ones that we actually need to push this technology to. Are they saying the truth? And are you trying to also look into this side as well?
Yeah, so, as a company, one of our key things is to actually, be one of the biggest companies in terms of impact, reach,
Yes.
and value. So one of our core targets is actually to reach down to the ground, to go to the last mile and provide solutions to those people that, are in remote areas or they're in the last mile places, even in terms of distribution.
Yes.
So, yeah, I think that statement's partly true, but things are changing.
Yes.
Yeah, and some companies have always focused on like the large enterprises because initially people thought that that's where there's more business, but now with more knowledge about technology, so even SMEs are beginning to appreciate
Yes.
the need of this,
Yes.
and then hence now making people want to provide solutions for them.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think it's just a changing trend.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, 6 years down the line, I would like to think that your portfolio has continued to grow over time. Will you
Definitely.
talk to me, therefore, about how, if there are notable cases of the companies that you actually worked with, on how you've enabled them to actually grow just because you give them these technology solutions?
Yeah. So one of our co-clients is called Platinum Credit.
Yes.
They do. They help civil servants and individuals actually get loans to facilitate them. So we provide them with a sales automation solution that their field sales team use.
Yes.
So through this, they have actually been able to map out their customers through East Africa, and through that, they have also been able to introduce like a new channel for them to resell their products.
Yes.
So driving growth for that by providing a new channel of sales, and that's what technology can do for you.
Yes.
Yeah, so we've helped companies to actually grow and increase their revenues.
Pretty much, isn't it? All right, now, Mesongo, anybody listening to you this morning will say, wow, I'm interested with working with Mesozi.
Yeah.
But therefore, how do I approach them, and what are they going to do to my business? So give me a typical example of somebody approaching to you, and exactly how you go top down to actually giving them technology solutions in their company.
Yeah, so I mean, that someone will come to us and say, okay, so for example, I have, a manufacturing company.
Yes.
That manufactures, let's say, soap, and I'm having issues penetrating the market.
Yes.
So what can you guys do for me? So then we will work with them through what is your route to market? How do you get your soap to the market?
Okay.
And what information do you have about this process?
Yes.
Yeah. So once we gather all that, information from the business, then we're able to sit down and prescribe a solution for them and tell them, for example, okay, so we can provide you with market force that will help you sales agents in the field to be able to, track their day-to-day activities, see which customers they have visited, which customers they have sold to, and where your customers are.
Yes.
And through that, you're able to actually drive your sales and grow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you also stay with this client throughout this time that they're using your technology, or it's a one-off sale, we teach you how to use it, and after that, bye-bye?
No, I think
Yes.
that model is long dead.
Is it?
Yeah. So you know, because of also the speed at which technology changes.
Yes.
Once you
Yes.
onboard a customer, you have to keep onboarding them to the new changes that you add to the solution to also improve, because then also the current model for most of these technology solutions is subscription based.
Yes.
So you're not gonna continue subscribing, to a solution that's not continually improving.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
So you have to continue interaction with them. We actually collect feedback on a day-to-day basis from the customers.
Yes.
And release out releases monthly, quarterly, and give updates to the customer.
Yes.
So it's a continuous process of
It's a continuous
innovation.
process, isn't it? So have you seen that the guys that you actually did carry in 2013 are still with you to date, just because then they've realized that we need to move with them as we continue to evolve and also integrate our operations?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, definitely. And in the technology space, upselling is really big.
True that.
So once you get a customer and provide a solution the right way, and they're
Yes.
able to see the benefits from the solution that you've provided, most of the time they always come back for more solutions from you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want you to paint for me the picture of exactly where you want Mesozi to be in the next couple of years when you're talking about the technology space, especially in this guys are saying it's a tough economic times in this country.
Yeah.
So what do you want to peg yourself within the economy?
Yeah, so we are looking to be a Pan-African company.
Yes.
And so part of our 5-year plan is to at least, go into the entire sub-Saharan Africa.
Yes.
Yes. So we currently have operations in Kenya and in Uganda.
Yes.
But you're officially looking into Tanzania and Rwanda.
Yes.
So basically to be able to have, offices there and have people there that are actually selling out our solutions to those markets.
All right.
Yeah.
Mesongo, I've got to ask you this, man. Yeah. For anybody listening to you this morning,
yes.
Are you promising that at the end of the day, whatever technology problem that you get, that you guys can actually get to figure it out?
Yes, and we will advise on that.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Mesongo, thank you very much for joining me this morning, man.
Thank you for joining.
All right, now, whatever it is that you need to do, you need technology solutions for your business, talk to them. They're at Mesozi Group. Or you can actually get to talk to us here at Metropole TV Kenya, or you can watch us live on YouTube, Facebook, and also on I'm told Instagram as well. Yes, you can actually get us from there as well. So you can actually get more information on this. And the good thing about YouTube, so you can actually take us back a couple seconds so you can listen to Mesongo tell you exactly what it is they can do for your business within the Kenyan economy. This has been another edition on this 23rd of January 2020. Just 8 days to end, they call it the toughest year, the toughest month of the new year. Good morning. My name is Simba. Elijah Charles Kiage. I'll meet you at 11, 1, and 12 for Metropole News at 1.